Okay, you guys were exposed to this yesterday, exponential equations, which basically said this. You're going to get a base number. It's going to be whatever, 5, 3, 2, 4, 7. And you're going to raise it to what? A power of what? X. So your variable is where? He's in the exponent spot. That's why it's called exponential function. F of x, right? Now let me go here. Okay, this is what you got yesterday. And usually the base was like 2 to the x or 5 to the x, something like that. But starting today, and actually yesterday, but I forgot this slide, for most of your application problems, and application means your story problems, the natural exponential function is used. This comes in the form of this. F of x equals, not, what's your base? Base e. Now e is just like pi. Pi is a number, 3.14, right? That's what pi is. Well, base e is also a number. It's this, 2.718, blah, 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 blah. But it goes for ever. Now it's used so often that it's programmed into your calculator. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. You've seen it? You've used it? Okay, so E, usually it will look like this. E, maybe it's got this. Is that what it has? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if I wanted the answer to this, E to the third power, go ahead. Somebody do that. Not somebody, all of you, get practice. What's E to the third? Max got it. What is it, Zach?
20.0855.
Okay, 0.85.
Yeah.
Can I just do that?
855,
Yeah.
so it'd be 86.
So can I do this?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you just did, you took this number right here and you raised it to the what?
Third.
That's what you just did. And that's the answer. Now, that's an approximation, but there are times when you don't have to approximate. It says this, values of e to the x are always approximations, except what? If I let your variable be 1, -1, or 0. So let's do e to the first. What is e to the first? Yeah, but you're saying 2.718,
Yeah.
it's just e. Because you're giving me the rounded answer. Just say what? E. What's e to the -1? 1 over e to the +1, right? What's e to the 0? 1. These are the 3 you don't have to punch into your calculator. So guys, you're going to be working with e quite often. If you get these 3, you know the answer. Don't punch it in. Just say it. The answer is e, 1 over e, or what? Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so e is kind of like what? Pi. Pi is 3.14, blah, blah, blah. E is this number right here. This number, by the way, when it comes to story problems, it's used a lot in the business world. So bankers will use it, people working in finance, stock market, stuff like that. You get in the business world, guys, and this is brought up all the time because this is part of their formula. Okay? Which you will get into just a second. Did it, right? We did those? Okay. Applications. Okay, today you're going to probably do one of 2 things. One will be this. Either you have an exponential growth kind of problem or you have an exponential what? Decay. So what does growth look like? Well, you start somewhere. Where do you start? They call it P for principal, but you know, if you want to think of it as your what? Not, well, origin. I don't think it's your origin on the graph. I don't want to say origin. I'm just going to say original amount. So guys, if you're investing money and you put in $10,000 in the bank, that's what that number, that's what P is. Okay, you're going to try to make it what? Grow. So to grow, it's got to multiply by what kind of number? Positive. No, not well. So here's a positive number. If you took 10,000 times 0.5, would you grow? No, you would actually what? Greater than 1. There it is. Okay. Okay, so let's go like this. It's got to be greater than 1. So it's 1 plus. Now after the 1 plus comes what? How do things grow? They grow by a rate. Now your rate, that's like a percentage. Is it growing by 3%? Is it growing by 12%? So this is what I call the growth rate. They'll tell you this number. They'll say 5% growth. Okay, they'll tell it to you. And then they raise it to this number here, t. T is what? Time. And you know what, guys? I'm not going to tell you that time is measured in years or days or months, but typically it's measured in what? Years. But it can change, so I don't want to tell you that. But most of the time, this is measured in years. Okay? There's your what formula? Growth. Well, let's jump down here and say decay. Decay means you start with a number p, right? Multiply it by what? Oh, say it louder. 1 minus r. What's the r in this one, though? Is that called the growth rate? It'd be the decay rate. So let's say I'm losing 5%. What number is actually inside there? What? Okay, 0.05, I got you. But it's 1 minus 0.05. Isn't that 0.95? Which is really what percent? 95%. Here's the deal. The number 1 is actually what percent? It's 100%. Take away your decay rate, 5%. What would this number be? 95%. If you multiply by 9.95, you're actually shrinking. You're decaying away. You're losing 5%. Get it? And then how long is this going to happen? Raise it to what power? T. There you go. So here's the formula. Let me get rid of my mess now. Good? There it is. This or this? Which one is it? Okay. Then, all of a sudden, they go into money. And money is different. Because when you guys invest money, money is treated different. Like, who has a savings account? Oh, half the room or more have savings account. Okay, good. So you guys save your money. Do you know this? When you put your money in the bank is going to pay you interest. How many times in 1 year? This is January 1st, December 31st. How many times do they pay you money? Just once? So you have to wait till December 31st to get paid? What? Or twice. So in June and in December. Nobody, you're not right yet. Continuous? So every second they give you money?
They don't.
What? They don't give you money. Yeah, they do. You guys really have savings accounts?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you ever look at your balance?
Yeah.
You guys, on this day, on that day, March 31st, and this day, and this day,
So at the end of the month.
let's see, 9 is
Every
what?
3 months.
July, August, September, this is 30, and then this day, quarterly. They break the year up into 4 parts, quarterly. They pay you 4 times a year. March, June, September, December, they pay you what? Money. They might add $2.31 to your account. They might add $5.95 to your account. Because they take your money and what do they do with it?
Use it.
They use it. What does that mean? No, they don't invest. They can't do that. That's illegal.
Well, like not invest. Invest is the wrong word.
They go like this.
They give loans.
Yes. They give loans to who? Me. I walk in the bank and I go, hey, I'm looking to buy a vehicle down at Lidell's. Can I borrow $18,000? And they go, sure, because they check my credit, and they go, sure. And whose money are they giving? To me. His, hers. It's your money going to me. You're helping me what? Buy my car. But then I have to turn around and give the bank all the money back plus what? More interest. So they give you guys 2% interest, and they charge me what? 10, 9. So are they making money? They're giving you 2. They're charging me 9. They're making money. That's how banks make money off of other people coming in the bank. That's how it all works. Okay, but this surprises me that you didn't know that. That's called quarterly. You get paid. That's compound interest, and all that means is this: they give you $2 this month, but 3 months later, this interest has earned interest on top of interest. Compound interest. That's how it works. Your interest actually grows faster and faster. That's called exponential what? Growth. If you can leave your money in the bank longer and longer, it tends to do what? It grows up. It grows fast. Okay? Good. I think you get it. Oh. This is called quarterly. What does it mean to say your money compounds monthly? Once what? Well, yeah, but how many times will it grow in a year? 12. How about if I say daily?
365.
365 times in a year you get paid. Do you really get interest that often? Well, you can. If you want interest that often, you got it. It's very, very risky. What can you do? Stock market. Yeah, you can jump in the stock market, and every day, you know what the stock market does? It goes up today, up tomorrow, but guess what?
Down Thursday.
Then down on Thursday and up on Friday, down, and up. So it's very risky, because one day you might make a lot of money. The next day you might lose a lot. Make, lose. You get it? That's risky stuff. But people play the stock market all the time. Because over a long period of time, what does the stock market look like? This or this?
Hopefully
What do you think?
Hopefully
Okay? You pick, listen to this, you pick any 20-year period. Any 20-year period since the Great Depression, 1930. Any 20 years. This is what it's doing. It's going up at about 8 to 10%. Any 20 years, you pick 1960 to 1980, 1980 to 2000, or the year 2000. It's always going up at what rate? 8 to 10%. But have there been really big dives?
recession.
Oh yeah, there's been huge dives, and people panic, and then they get, whatever, they just get crazy. It's very risky. But here's the deal. Go back here. No. Go here. No, go here. Here it is. This is what I was talking about. This is compound interest compounds n times per year. Okay. This is your ugly formula, and I'll put down what this stuff means now. Okay. P is the original what? Yeah, original amount you invested. Okay. R is what? That's your growth rate. Okay. T is what? Time. Here comes a new one. This little tiny n and this n stand for what?
Times per year.
Interest compounds n times per year. So
Times
this is
per
the
year.
number of times. Number of times compounded per what?
Year.
Per year. So guys, if I tell you quarterly, you're thinking I get paid what? 4 times. Monthly, you're thinking what? 12. Daily, you're thinking what?
365.
365, okay. Okay. What else? Oh, annually. Once. Semi-annually. Twice. How about every second?
Continuous.
Every second it grows. Something grows.
Continuous.
That's continuous growth. You know what? Continuously, right here. If something grows continuously, every second it grows, It's called, use this formula, it's called what? Hurt. You know that 1 plus R thing up there, 1 plus R, has been replaced with what? E. So no longer do we use 1 plus R, we just say principal times E to the what? RT. Is anybody going to ask me what's the A stand for? This is the amount in your what? Account. After what? T years or T months or T days or whatever. So after that amount of time, that's how much you have in your account. Okay? I think I've said enough about the formulas. Let's go. There you go. Go get it. You gotta pick the right formula. So I circled or I highlighted or I boxed it in. Compounded what? Continuously, what kind of growth is this? Are you going to use 1 plus R or are you going to use PERT? Yeah, if your money is growing continuously, it's going to be PERT. It's this. Okay, it's that formula. Okay, what did you invest? How much? 6,000. You don't multiply by 1 plus R, you just say times what? E to what power? RT. What's R? 3%, yep. Times T. Is it 5? Oh yeah, 5 years, sorry. Okay. When you punch this in, guys, you might want to use grouping symbols like that. Either that or actually type what is 0.03 times 5. You can do that. Okay. About how much money do you have after 5 years? Yeah, guys.
6,971.
Okay. And a penny?
Yeah.
Don't forget your penny.
Pennies are important.
They are. They add up. Okay. So how much interest did you earn over 9 years? No, 5 years. Sorry. Yeah. $971. Is that okay? That's not bad, is it?
It's a pretty decent.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. That's 3% too. 3%. You guys can find 3% right now. It's out there. Edward Jones down the corner, down there. I just read in the paper, 3%. Just gotta lock your money up for 5 years. Are you willing to lock up your money? If you had enough, yeah. If you don't have enough, don't lock up your money.
If you invested in Apple in like the 80s, you could have.
Yeah, you know what? If I had a crystal ball and I could look and go, oh, there's a company called McDonald's. Maybe I should invest in McDonald's. Back in the 50s, you know what? They sold McDonald's stock for 1 penny. You could buy a share of McDonald's for 1 cent. I don't know what McDonald's is worth now, but McDonald's per share is worth. It's out there. So take that 1 share. You paid 1 penny, and it might be worth.
Like 100.
Well, no. The 1 share might be worth $100.
Oh.
You paid a penny, it's worth 100. You know what I'm saying? So here's another one. I wish Apple. Yes, I wish. How about this store? Don't you wish you would have invested in Walmart? You don't know. You know when I was in high school, there was no such thing as Walmart. There was no Walmarts out there. It was, what's this Walmart thing? They're everywhere now. If I had invested in Walmart when I was your age, I wouldn't be up here in front of you. Yeah.
Are we even allowed to invest invest some money and stuff
If
already?
you're 18, you can invest by yourself.
We can do it like.
Are you 18?
No.
No, you can't.
All
right, hey.
Donna's was 182. Oh, 189. 182.09.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked it up.
But hang on, I gotta tell you. Okay, do it again. Do it again.
11.
But do it this way. Now your money grows how? Quarterly, not continuously. Do it again. It's gonna change it. Come on down here. Get a different answer. It's the same problem, just make your money grow quarterly. Did you write that down? Because that's your formula right there. I left the N blank. What's the N? Number of times you get paid in a year, you're getting paid quarterly. That's what? 4 and 4. There you go. That's your formula. 6,000 times this mess right here. What is this number, by the way?
40.
Hey guys, you're gonna get paid in 5 years. How many times? You're getting paid 20 times. If you know that times that is 20, just put a 20 in. Don't put bracket when you know that's 20. Okay, punched. What do you get? 6,000. 67 ends? 10 cents. Okay. So guys, look at this right here. Okay. Did it really matter much? You made a little less, right? You got paid 20 times in 5 years. Here you're getting paid every second of the day. But really, the difference is only about what? $3, maybe 4?
30.
67
Oh.
to 71. About $3-4 bucks. Okay? Does that matter to you? Yes?
Yes.
It's a blizzard, right? And you go buy yourself a blizzard for $4 bucks. It's your money, earning money. That's good news, right? Okay. Where can your money really find that instantaneous growth? Stock market. But is it worth a whole lot to you? You know, the weird thing about the stock market is the stock market doesn't grow at 3%. It grows like this. One day it grows at 27%. Then it loses what? 18. Next day it loses 4. Next day it gains 6. It's all over the place. So you have to take an average over this many years. And I tried to tell
Even
you,
within the
if
days.
you waited 20 years, the average is. Very nice.
Yes.
8%.
About 8-10%, right? Yeah. So you have to wait 20 years to get that average to be 8-10%. Much better than 3%, by the way. Next, try it. Last one, then we're going to start your sentence. Looking for an answer. this brand new car for $20,000, who knows if it's brand new, but I think it's brand new, is worth what after 5 years? Once you write the formula, plug it in, see what you get. Anybody got an answer yet? $6.04.
That's what I said, 80%.
$6.04. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
No! You guys, you're not gonna buy a brand new car and sell it for $6. Figure out your mistake. Not $6. Okay, here we go. Each year, a vehicle depreciates at what? To what?
Oh, 280.
To 80% of its previous value. Okay, so let's pretend. Okay, pretend your car's worth $100 today. If it depreciates to 80% of its previous value, next year this car's worth what? $80. Okay, so you lost what? That's why you got it wrong. This is a loss of what? 20%. Okay? Here comes the formula. You purchased the car for what? $P. You lost what? 20% for 2 years. Okay. Hey, just tell me this. What's 1 minus 0.2? 0.8. Okay. So, here it goes. How much is a $20,000 vehicle if it goes down to 80% every year? For how many years? 5 years. 20,000 times 0.8 for 5 years. How much is it worth? 60 what?
6,553.6.
Okay. So you bought a brand new car, $20,000 car, and it's worth about $6,500. So you drove it for 5 years and lost how much money?
No, 13,500.
$13,500. 13,500. Was that a really good investment on your part?
No.
No. Is that a lot of money to you?
Yeah.
Yes. Terrible, terrible investment to go buy a brand new car, especially for you. Why you? Because what do you make per hour, guys? Some of you are making $0 per hour. Some of you are making 8, 9, 10.
I got 15.
Guys, here's the deal. If all you make is $8 an hour, that's not a good investment. You lost $13,000. Okay, so look. Let's be realistic. You're 16, you're 17, you're 18 years old. What kind of car should you buy? Not this. What?
That one.
2,000.
Hey, I'll meet you somewhere in the middle. I heard ones and I heard fives and whatever. I'll go for it. Go buy yourself a $4,000 car. Tell me how much it's worth after 5 years, and here's your decay rate right there. Do it.
It's only $500. That's all I pay. I wouldn't even pay $500.
Okay, there.
13,1072.
How much?
13,1072.
1,310.
There's no way.
Okay,
No.
so you guys, take a look. This time, you bought a $4,000 car. 5 years later, you can sell it for $1,300. You lost $2,700. $2,700. But on this one, you lost $13,500. If this is you, what you're doing is you're throwing away a lot of money. If you're gonna do this, you better have what kind of job? A good job. A good, no, not a doctor. Okay, there are 20, right else? They sell all their cars for $20,000. I don't think they're selling them to doctors. They're selling them to people that have jobs that are secure jobs. But working at McDonald's is not a secure job, okay? I know some of you are working at McDonald's and you're bringing home $400 every 2 weeks or every whatever, but that's not a secure job. You're not gonna wanna buy a $20,000 vehicle if you're working at McDonald's. But what I'm saying to you is this is who you are right now in your life, that's you. That's where you should buy a car, 4, 5, 6. Do not be foolish. That's foolish. Especially where you're at in your life. Go. You number 59? Start with 59 right now. Okay, 59. Go do it.
59 more.